After discussing the structures of ATP, ADP, and AMP, that is adenosine triphosphate, adenosine monophosphate, and adenosine diphosphate, and energy currency of cell. We know that energy currency of cells are ATP molecules which provides energy, furnishing a large amount of energy. So today we will discuss the hydrolysis of ATP and free energy associated with the process. We know that whenever energy is required by the cells or any process which is going on in the body of plant and animals, ATP breaks down to furnish energy and to provide energy and to furnish work. The most suitable way of determining the free energy change on hydrolysis of ATP is based on the thermodynamic relationship between the standard free energy change and equilibrium, which is given by the following equation. We know that free energy, that is change in free energy, is equal to minus RT logarithmic E K, where K is equilibrium constant. The reaction of the most basic interest with the regard to the function of ATP in cellular energy transfer is ATP plus water, which furnishes a phosphate group and forming ADP. This reaction is hydrolysis, or the general reaction of hydrolysis of ATP. Although a large amount of energy is liberated during this enzymatic hydrolysis, yet it would be of interest only to calculate the standard free energy change of this reaction because of its importance in performing the maximum amount of work under standardized condition, that is temperature and pressure. A determination of the reaction to be studied requires carrying it out only until equilibrium is reached and then measuring the concentration of the reactants and the products in order to compute the value of K, or equilibrium constant. When this reaction proceeds to the right, that is in the hydrolytic direction, it yields energy and is usually coupled to require energy process. The reaction in the reverse direction is energy conserving synthesis of ATP, as we discussed earlier, that formation of ATP is energy requiring process and hydrolysis is an energy yielding process. The ATP occurring in oxidative photosynthetic ATP synthesis. The hydrolysis can be considered to be composed of two steps. First, phosphorylation of glucose by ATP, that is glucose with ATP forms glucose 6-phosphate plus ADP. The second step is the hydrolysis of glucose phosphate furnishing glucose plus 1-phosphate group, and the overall reaction can be written as ATP plus water, that is hydrolysis, giving ADP plus phosphate. So the two steps, first is phosphorylation of glucose by ATP and second is the hydrolysis of glucose phosphate. Both these steps, they require enzymes, and the first is catalyzed. The first reaction, that is phosphorylation of glucose by ATP, is catalyzed by hexokinase, while the second is catalyzed by phosphatase. It has already been found that the measured equilibrium constant for the first reaction is 661. Therefore, the associated free energy change at 25 degrees centigrade is as follows. Now it is shown in the figure, that is change in free energy is equal to RT logarithmic E. Substituting the value of K, that is 661, this is equal to minus 1.98 into 298 at 25 degrees centigrade and 6.7, this is equal to minus 4 kilocalories. The equilibrium constant of the second reaction is 171 and the free energy change is minus 3.3 kilocalories. Therefore, the total energy change of ATP hydrolysis is, the free energy change is given by this, and it is equal to minus 7.3 kilocalories. The value of 7.3 kilocalories may be different in the intact cell, and this is quite likely because ATP is primarily complexed with magnesium ions in the cells. The structure of magnesium complex of ATP has been discussed earlier when we were discussing the energy currency of cells. The presence of magnesium ion shift the equilibrium of ATP hydrolysis. Besides, it has been explained earlier that magnesium ion complex also form a complex with ADP, thus taking into consideration that all factors, it seems that the free energy of hydrolysis of ATP to ADP and phosphate within the cells might be close to minus 12 kilocalories. In general, it can be said that the free energy of hydrolysis of ATP in cells is variable and dependent on the relative concentration of ATP, ADP and phosphate within the cell as well as intracellular pH, that is the cellular pH present at that time and magnesium ion concentration found within the cell. As seen from the table, the standard free energy of hydrolysis of ATP is much more negative than several other compounds. The standard free energy change of hydrolysis is given in the following table. That is when the substance, this is the substances, the series of substance and free energy changes concerning them. In another reaction, the study is now given. The standard free energy of hydrolysis is same, that it is minus 7.3 kilocalories. ATP plus glutamate plus ammonia gives ADP plus phosphate and plus glutamine. After attaining equilibrium, it reverses back to give ATP, glutamate and ammonia. The reaction can be broken down into sub-reaction. Reaction number 1 and reaction number 2. The first reaction is exergonic reaction releasing energy and second is endergonic reaction or energy consuming reaction. That is hydrolysis of ATP giving ADP plus phosphate and glutamate plus ammonia will form glutamine plus water in the forward direction, and in the backward direction it is hydrolysis of glutamine to give glutamate plus ammonia. The standard free energy of the overall reaction, that is delta G, can be calculated as follows. Delta Gs is equal to delta G1 plus delta G. Substituting all the reactions, we get minus 3.9 kilocalories per mole. Here delta G1 is exergonic reaction and delta G2 is endergonic reaction. Delta G1 is the actual reaction describing the standard free energy change for hydrolysis of ATP. Therefore, delta G1 is equal to minus 3.9 plus minus 3.4, or adding the value of these two, this will give us minus 7.3 kilocalories per mole. The standard free energy of hydrolysis of ATP is considerably more negative than many of the phosphorylated compounds as shown in the table which we showed earlier. Besides, it is significantly that is this table. Significantly, the more negative than even simple esters, glycerides and amides. ATP is appropriately called the high energy phosphate bond. So in this reaction we proved that ATP gives a large amount of energy when it is hydrolyzed to perform work, and it is the most suitable compound which gives energy or furnishes energy for the functions of the cells, organs, muscles, ligaments, etc. Thank you. Now in the next lecture we will do ATP-ADP reactions, which we have earlier discussed in a qualitative. Now we will study in detail. Thank you.